Hey, what's up? My name is Moss and I'm here at Liveschool with a Push 3 tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at sound design and more specifically instrument design using MPE controls with the all new Push 3 and also using expression control in Ableton Live 11. With Push 3 comes a whole new range of features. I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of it by now, but just to recap some of what's going on, we've got all new pads on the Push 3 that have individual control over pitch and tuning, and also a slide function up and down that we can see is affecting the wavetable position. This is default already mapped within wavetable, and there's been a bunch of updates across Ableton Live's different synths as well. With these pads, we can also do individual pitch bending. So as before, we used to have this ribbon strip on the side, primarily just used for pitch bending. But now we can actually bend up and down on the pads. Like that. So with this, I'm going to be creating a riser out of just Push 3. What I've done is opened up this expression control MIDI effect within Ableton. What we can do with this, if we have instruments that aren't MPE compatible, let's say you're using an external VST or maybe one of an audio effect rack or something like that within Ableton, we can actually use expression control to assign these MPE compatible controls, especially on these push pads, to different options. So what I've done is actually assigned to the slide up and down, I've assigned chain volume on this MPE rack that I have here. So when I move up the pads, it's going to open up a second chain with analog. So this analog chain is pure white noise. And this is for a special reason, because I've actually got a rack a bit further down here that has a bunch of different effects. What I've done is chain them all together and assigned different values here and there to one macro. So this has got an amplifier, it's got a shifter, auto filter, and reverb and a limiter at the end to just tie it all together. With this, when I move my finger up, what was just white noise beforehand is now being amplified and turned into a really distorted sound. From here, I've actually used expression control to map one final thing. On the ribbon strip that we used for pitch bending before, I've assigned an LFO to do a little bit of volume LFO to flutter the riser a little bit too. Kind of like that. So combine this all together and we have a pretty gnarly sounding riser. Here we go. So yeah, we can create some pretty gnarly sounds with all those elements combined and really turns Push into a custom instrument where we can add our own creativity, touch, and feel to our sound design and instrument design. So yeah, some key takeaways in there and some fun things to experiment with. But yeah, my name is Moss. Thank you so much for tuning in and we'll see you in the next video.